Hello, my name is Michael Niemas, and last weekend I was at the Slotcar World Championship in Naples, Italy. Here I had a great chance to see Maurizio Ferrari from Slot.it Policar working on a new controller connected with a mobile phone. So directly I interrupted him and he told us a little bit about what's going on there. So enjoy the video and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Bye. So, is this a slotted controller?
Yes, it is.
And what are you doing now? I see you on your phone, you get connected to the
Yes,
controller.
exactly. I'm actually updating firmware. And what I'm doing now, I'm doing a complete reset of the memory of the controller. So I'm bringing it back to, say, the pristine condition.
Okay.
It's not something that normally the user would do. So it's finished now. So it's a firmware upgrade.
Okay.
And now the controller should indicate so I'm into a test condition now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And will you also test this here on track?
No.
Anybody...
I'm just doing some tests here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I saw a few controllers connected to the mobile phones.
Yes.
And also the people got the mobile phones connected via cable to the controller to see the telemetric data
Yes. Oh, I
and
see.
lap times. So they got their lap times in their ear.
What I'm doing now I'm uploading the another firmware, which is the production firmware. Need to keep this pressed. Okay. Select. No, it's not this one. I need. Sorry, it takes.
And are there any options to modify the setting of the controller?
Yes, there
through the mobile phone?
There are.
Okay.
Yes. You can change some braking type. You can also, when you're in digital mode, you can test the chip. You can also change and pair it to the car. Pair more than one controller to the car, or pay more cars to one controller via the app.
Okay.
Now I just.
So it's for digital cars.
No, this is for analog also.
This is for analog.
This is for analog and digital. Now I have a analog cartridge, but I'm using it purely for powering it up.
Okay.
I'm doing some things for the digital cars. Now the thing I have to do here is to download the firmware. Software firmware SCP3 controller. This is the latest firmware. Okay.
Okay.
Then check the file. Okay, this one, device. Select the device. Start update.
Okay, and is it connected via Bluetooth?
Yes.
Bluetooth, okay. That's really excellent, to be honest.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. There's a lot of work. Initially, the SCP3, and it's a good thing because initially the SCP3 had some issues with braking.
Yeah.
With, I mean, not that it did not brake, but the braking was say, delayed by, say, a couple of hundreds of seconds, which makes a lot of difference with the brake. Yeah. And also at the start of the race, there was, like you would see when we started setting the controller, because we totally, missed that. You will see the other car start and go like 60, 70 centimeters.
Yeah.
And then you would start from the start line.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and we have improved that significantly.
Okay, that's great.
And so now the firmware has been updated. Okay, and now I have to do other things with the
Yeah.
with the digital thing, with the digital side of it, via the app, and that's it basically.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, we have the app here, and if you come back in 5 minutes, hopefully I can show you how this works and what you can do with it.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Thank you. And I will come back in a couple of
Yes.
minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
bye.
Bye. So I need mobile. So turn on the controller, pressing both buttons, which sets it in app mode. And I connect it with, because this controller also has a optional power amplifier. So basically there are two chips inside it. One is the one that's only used for oxygen, which is the power amplifier. The other one is used for analog and also oxygen if there is no power amplifier.
Okay, can you show
Yes.
where to put this?
That, the silver square, is the main controller of the SCP-3. Whereas this one here is the optional power amplifier, which is only used during oxygen racing when you really have to reach long distances. So, HN means handle, which means now it will connect to, this is the slotted app, it will connect to the handle and not to the power amplifier. So if I scan now, this should broadcast itself as online. Info, connect. Okay, this is the controller now is online with the app. What we can do is, for example, in digital mode, we can clone the controller, which means I give temporarily the same ID, which is part of the Mac. I override it, so the same controller can be linked to the same car. Two or more controllers can be linked to the same car.
Okay.
This is because if you are in an endurance race and each team member has its own controller, you want more than one controller to control one car. But this is for digital only. Now, what we can do for analog, for example, I can change the way the brake behaves. I can default. This is something that changes the way that the braking knob operates.
So you can modify the curve?
We can, well, basically, the idea is this. This is my personal controller, so I don't have the sticker here with the instructions on it.
Yeah.
In this mode, when the potentiometer, the pot is in this position, we have no brake.
Yeah.
Then we have a standard brake with maximum to the full clockwise direction, and you reduce brake linearly from the max to zero. And on the other side, we have a braking which is very strong at the beginning of the brake and then releases gradually the braking. All the way down to zero. So if I change this to linear, like this, then I have the full swing of the pot from full to zero into this position. So basically, so you have a finer tuning of your braking. So for now, this is the only adjustment that we do for the braking itself, for the SCP-3 in analog mode.
Okay. Do you have something more in the planning?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we do. And the good thing is that we can, we have improved the firmware of the controller itself I can say greatly over the last 6 months.
Okay.
And at the moment, I'm very happy at the way that the controller is behaving in the analog and the digital mode.
Okay. Have you also tested it already in racing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was the experience?
The experience was very good. One of my best friends, who is a accomplished racer, has actually switched to the SCP-3 from his previous controller, because what he said is finally it's gotten to where I expected it to be
Yeah.
from the beginning. But
Yeah.
of course, it's
Yeah, but
something that
I
we have
think
to.
there are a lot of options if you have
There are.
the possibility to modify
Yes.
on the mobile phone
Yes.
and stuff like this.
Yes.
So we are here at Naples.
Yes.
I saw many mobile phones connected to the controllers. Will we have something similar on your controller, that we see lap times and that we have a recording of lap times? Do you think that will be possible?
It will be possible, but I, frankly speaking, I don't have at the moment a plan to do it.
Okay.
It's something that we are discussing internally.
Yeah.
But which would be very nice to have. Technically, it could be done.
Yeah.
But we had to concentrate recently to make the thing, make the controller work exactly as expected.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also the development of the digital side of it took us lately a very big effort, because we had a very annoying bug in the lap counting
Yeah.
that has been affecting us for a long time, that we think now we have successfully solved. Fingers crossed, really.
Yeah.
So if that has been solved, like we think, this will give us the time and resources to further improve the controller for analog racing.
Okay. Top. So here we have the SCP-3 controller with all these great options to modify it with your mobile phone. And we will let you know what is going on with this. And we say thank you to you, Maurizio, and it was a pleasure.
Thank you very much again.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
One thing I forgot to mention is that lately we have changed the shell of the SCP-3. The old shell was quite uncomfortable to hold in the hand, because it had a sort of sharp edge in this area here where your hand goes, and we've also improved this part here of the shell, so it's much more comfortable now. And for digital, we have carved a much larger space here, so that you can put a 1500 milliampere hour battery in the controller versus the 750 milliampere hour battery controller. So we have been able to actually double the capacity of
That's great.
the optional battery.
Yeah.
If you do digital racing and you don't want to have the power wires from the controller.
That
So-
sounds very good.
Yeah.
Great.